Welcome back to a FunRover Land Rover build. Last episode we prepared the stripped down 110 for shot blasting and galvanising. This episode we've borrowed a 130 tipper to take all the parts for blasting and hot zinc dipping. First we set about loading up the 130. An engine hoist makes this task a whole lot safer for two people. Afterwards our attention was turned to the 300 TDI engine, which is receiving a full strip down for inspection and to clean and replace any necessary internal components. To start with, the viscous fan is freed, giving us access to the fan pulley. Following that, the water pump pulley is removed. The power steering pulley is unbolted next, along with the pump itself. Shortly after, the belt tensioner followed suit. The whole water pump housing can then be lifted off. Afterwards, the thermostat housing was also unbolted. To extract the injection pump, we started by removing the injector pipes. Using an oil filter chain wrench, the seized old oil filter was taken off, thus giving access to the oil filter housing bolts. Not forgetting the crankcase breather pipe. The brake servo pump had to be taken off. The inlet manifold will be put into our new media blasting cabinet. This coolant pipe is taken away. The exhaust manifold and turbo is pulled off as one component. A magnetic tray like this is great to make sure all your fixings stay together. The diesel lift pump is secured with two bolts. With room cleared behind the injector pump, we can carefully jiggle out the assembly. The last pulley still on the engine is the crankshaft pulley. Some people remove this by cranking the engine in situ with a breaker bar on the bolt. A simpler and safer method is to use a good quality impact gun. And a pulley removal tool makes easy work of separating the pulley from the end of the crank. We're nearly down to the bare block and cylinder head now, just need to remove the timing belt cover and housing. Inside we find the injection pump drive gear, the camshaft drive gear and the crankshaft gear. There's also the timing belt tensioner pulley and tensioner bracket, and these are all driven by the timing belt. The sump is dropped by gently prising it to break the gasket seal. Then we can remove the timing housing itself. Moving to the top of the engine, we unfasten the rocker cover and loosen the rocker shaft. After following the workshop manual's recommended cylinder head bolt pattern, we can lift off the cylinder head. A visual inspection of the cylinder bores shows them to be as expected, in good condition. The cam follower bolts have to be removed before the cam followers can be pushed out. The camshaft thrust plate must be removed before the camshaft can be carefully extracted. Finally, our attentions are turned to the crankshaft and the pistons. First, we need to take off the oil pickup pipe and strainer to give us some clearance. Then we undo the big end bearings and making sure to recover the bearing shells. The pistons are then cautiously tapped out of the cylinder bores using the wooden handle of a hammer, and obviously having someone ready to catch them. Once all pistons are removed, the crankshaft can be lifted out and stored very carefully. The block will now be prepared for media blasting, first by giving it a thorough degreasing with a hot washer, letting that dry out, and then we'll have to do some masking and protecting some of the crucial bores before we can put it into our new blasting cabinet. We are now accepting select Land Rover build commissions. Each build is documented with its own build series, allowing you to watch as your vehicle is being made. When a project starts, we discuss requirements for the build with the customer before creating a number of high quality renderings and concept drawings, allowing the customer to see the finished vehicle before the donor vehicle has even been sourced. At this stage, we incorporate a number of bespoke and custom fabricated parts to further match your vehicle to your lifestyle. Our builds are exhaustive, with the goal of making each build as high a quality as factory examples, if not more. Each Land Rover is subjected to a final 172-point quality inspection checklist and a 500-mile road test before shipping. We also provide owners with a ring binder containing invoices for every part fitted to the truck. We're able to export and ship worldwide, including to the US and Canada, and where possible, we prefer to ship by hand to mainland Europe. If you'd like a Land Rover building by us, you can email me hello@funrover.com or phone an Irish number. It's +353 089 203 6467. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel. If you'd like your own Land Rover rebuilding, then you can contact us hello@funrover.com, or you can phone an Irish number. It's +353 if you're phoning from the rest of the world, 089 203 6467.